Hello, in Malta. We're doing some interesting things today. This is a really unusual item, and the quality on this is really hard to express. It is a souvenir plate in a gilded frame, and I will go through the reason I think it's superb. The actual plate is porcelain. It's not earthenware or white glazed pottery, it's porcelain. Now, I haven't had it out of the frame to clean it. It's got a lovely dirty back on it, and in fact the front has got, it's almost like a nicotine stain to it. And I haven't taken it out, I don't want to take it out. I'm making the assumption it's undamaged, looks undamaged to me. I don't really want to get involved with getting an outtake, but putting it back with those nails is going to be difficult. So we have a plate, a souvenir plate. I am making the assumption it's a souvenir plate. Now it's Naples. Now the reason I know it's Naples is because I actually have a painting of the same scene. And this is Villa, go look it up, Villa Pallazzo Donn Anna in Posillipo Bay in northern Naples, northern Bay of Naples. So this is a palazzo in ruins, which is still there. You have a beach, you have a harbour, semi-harbour, and you have a Neapolitan scene. You have a man with a puffy white shirt playing a guitar or something like a guitar. He is singing to a girl. He's serenading her. Nice gravelly floor, old building, or probably a vine or bougainvillea. I don't know what these things are here. Maybe the cheeses or something drying in the sun, I don't know. Some boats. Then you get to the other aspects, which are more, to me, they're more interesting. This is a laurel wreath or band of foliate decoration, and it's gilded porcelain, and this is mega expensive. And it's really well done. I don't really know where the plate is from. I'm assuming it is. I'm assuming it's Italian, but having just thought about it, it's porcelain. Perhaps it's Austrian, made for the Italian market. I don't know that they were very big into porcelain in Italy in the 19th century. I just don't recall locking onto a large amount of porcelain. It's possible that it was made in Austria or somewhere where porcelain was being banged out. It's possibly French, but it's definitely an Italian Naples scene. And the gold makes this a mega expensive item. Very high quality. Not inexpensive. I mean, to buy this plate now, if this was in a gift shop now with this gold on, you'd be looking at £300 or £400 minimum. Then you've got this frame. This is made as a picture. This was made as a frame, made as a plate holding frame. It's not a picture frame which has been adapted. You've got an early hook which is broken off. And the wood, I don't know what the wood is. It looks like a fruit wood. It could be poplar. I don't know what it is. It's not pine. It's getting on towards being like a mahogany, but softer than mahogany. I think it's a fruit wood of some sort. Very carefully made. It had worm. Doesn't look like the worm's alive, but it's had a lot of worm. But that's okay. On the top there's worm. The sides were not gilded. The sides were painted, probably originally in an ochre. But the front of this thing is painted, sorry, not painted, the front of this thing is gilded. And this is water gilded real gold leaf. And you can see some white, that's the gesso. You can see some red, that's the bowl, B-O-L-E. Bowl is rubber glue and clay. So they make the pine frame. They possibly put some fabric underneath the corners to hide any cracks in regards to shrinkage when it comes to the gesso. They put the gesso on, they make the gesso very smooth. They put the red bowl on, they put it on when it's hot because it's liquid when it's hot and it's not liquid when it's cold. And then because the bowl has rubber glue in it, when they put water on it, the glue comes alive. They put the gold leaf on it, it dries, they burnish it. This, when it was new, would have had a very bright gold colour. Now, obviously the gold on the plate is still very bright, but it would have been cleaner and more bright, and it would have matched the frame. The frame would have had just gold with no rub through. You can still see areas where it's very highly burnished. And there are areas of punch work here, areas of pattern. There are these spandrels. So it's really, really expensive. There is the moulded shape. A lot of detail, these lovely simple flowers. Southern Mediterranean, Southern Italian or Maltese type thing. I think it's an Italian ensemble, but you see the flowers even in Malta. This frame was really expensive, purpose-built. Now dating it, this is going to be a very unsatisfactory date, I'm afraid. If you took the plate out of it, I would say this was 1830, 1840. But I don't think the plate is that early. I think the plate is going to be 1870, 1880, which means that the frame can't be any older. So we have a second half of the 19th century date. I suppose if I had to put money on it, I would say 1870. It's better quality than some of these. You do get these plates, and they go through to the late Victorian area into the 20s and 30s. And when you see one for 20s and 30s, they're really cheap. They're pleasant things, but they get cheaper. They don't have the detail, don't have the crispness. The plates are very ordinary. They don't have the good border. So what we have here is an unrestored, original, uncleaned porcelain plate with a Neapolitan scene. It's porcelain. I think it might be made elsewhere for the Neapolitan market. I think the frame would have been made in or around Naples. It could have been made in Florence, I don't know. Very, very nice thing. It's very small. It can go on the wall. The website has very, very good pictures of it to show you the detail. Quite unusual, not a lot of money. Of its type, a good example. You couldn't really make it any better than it is. The painted detail is beautiful. It's not transfer. There's no transfer in that at all. It's all hand painted, and probably hand painted. So I think it's a good thing, classy, and in the right place. That's going to look fantastic. Thanks for having a look.